there, welcome to the Web News with our pick of the stories making the online headlines. Coming up on today's show, web users in Pakistan support the country's Christian community. Controversial Canadian campaign raising awareness about male victims of domestic abuse. And an American filmmaker takes us inside the world's largest cave. Sunday, March 15th saw a deadly twin bombing targeting two churches in a Christian neighbourhood of Lahore, Pakistan. An offshoot of the Pakistan Taliban, calling itself Jamatul Ahrar, has claimed responsibility for both of the attacks, which were apparently timed to cause maximum devastation as worshippers were attending Sunday Mass when the explosions went off. The terrorist attack has been widely condemned online. Many have taken to social networks to express their solidarity with the Christian community under the We Stand With Minorities and We Condemn Attack on Minorities hashtags. Pakistani web users have strongly condemned Sunday's attack on the Christian community and are urging their fellow citizens to stand together, remain unified, so as to avoid similar attacks in the future. The people who shared these posts on Twitter are relaying the same message, but add that hashtags, however popular, cannot effectively combat terrorism. They feel the government should be doing everything in its power to protect minorities in Pakistan and to identify and punish anyone involved in terrorist attacks and hate crimes. Scores of web users support this line of thought and say the authorities didn't do enough to prevent Sunday's attacks. Social networkers are claiming politicians in Pakistan largely ignore the country's Christian community and hope their campaigning will soon help change this. The Let's Talk Men campaign, paid for by the Canadian Association for Equality, has been met with something of a backlash since its launch in Canada 2 weeks ago. The controversial billboard reads, "Half of domestic victims are men. No domestic violence shelters are dedicated to us. Let's talk men." And it's drawn a lot of criticism for its use of statistics. Messages have come pouring onto Twitter challenging the claim that men are equally affected by domestic abuse. Some posts point out that according to a 2009 police report, that women are far more likely to be victims of spousal violence. But the campaign has also garnered a lot of support, with many saying the focus shouldn't be on arguing over statistics, but on raising awareness of the fact men are victims too, and there are not enough structures in place to help them. Writing for the online version of Canadian daily The National Post, journalist Barbara Jones also condemns the lack of support for male victims, saying although women report more cases of domestic abuse, the issue of spousal violence against men needs to be given greater attention, as many men feel too ashamed to come forward. The news professional goes on to suggest there should be more specialist services catering for male domestic abuse victims. The United States houses 25% of the world's prison population, yet accounts for just 5% of the global population. This infographic was put together by the NGO Avaz and also shows us that 1 in 15 black men is behind bars, and that maintaining the country's prisons cost American taxpayers $69 billion per year. Head to dailyinfographic.com for a closer look at these shocking stats about the US prison system. Portuguese footballer Cristiano Ronaldo is now the world's most popular person on Facebook, with over 107,143,000 likes on the social network. The Real Madrid star has knocked Colombian singer Shakira off the top spot, and the massive following means Ronaldo is well ahead of his soccer rival Argentina's Lionel Messi, who has a little over 78 million Facebook fans. Australian artist Tanya Schultz creates magical landscapes using candy. Her sweet wonderlands are absolutely dazzling, a real feast for the eyes, which you can check out on the Pip and Pop website and also Facebook. With this video by American filmmaker Ryan DeBoot, armchair tourists can now take a visit around the world's largest cave, located in central Vietnam. Available to view on Vimeo and shot using a drone, it showcases the exceptional beauty inside the natural cavity.